Hey guys, so first of all, I wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year in advance, although I will be uploading on the following weekend. So basically, I'm happy to say I was successful in doing my final push, as in increasing all main movements by 2.5 as per usual, and also increasing all my assistant movements. Um, I think it was by 2.5 to kind of see if I was going to be able to do it and push it to real RP 9 or above, which I've actually tracked as RP 10 for all my systems. So I was happy, really happy about that because I managed to basically set new maxes based on the 1RM calculator or 1 rep max estimation calculator online. It's shown that all my assistants I was able to reach to reset. Sorry, not to reset, to increase my estimated max for all the assistants, both lower and upper. So I'm really happy about that. Um, so basically, what happened is I recently registered for my 2017 GBPF membership because mine was about to expire. I'm officially a senior, so I didn't even get to compete as a junior. So this year I'll be competing in well, yeah, in the what they call senior here, or what everywhere else is called open. So I'm happy to say I was accepted as a Greater London lifter as well. I had an issue last year. I think they changed it, but obviously I live in the outer borough of London, but somehow I was put into the SE Southeastern Division. That was a mistake, but this year I was able to register to the Greater London, so I'm really happy about that. So basically, what happens with that is I'm not going to be competing in March anymore because that was a Southeastern competition. So I've just double checked if I was still subscribed to the GBPF London to kind of have an update on when the competition happens, and I'm currently waiting to see when my next comp will be. Um, Actually, talking about that today, I saw it on Facebook, and there's going to be a Greater London competition on the 22nd of January for novice lifters, so only for people that have never competed before, so I fall under that category. However, this is a competition that won't allow you to qualify for any further competition, as in nationals, for example. So I'm gonna have to think about it for the next few days to kind of see if I want to compete this soon and have a competition that won't qualify me for nationals, because I really believe that I could qualify for nationals at 66 kilos, because I checked the total and I think it is within reach. So this is something that I will need to decide. So basically, because I have no idea when I'm competing basically at the moment, and the fact that my main movements have been pretty low in RP, as in the volume low bar squat, volume deadlift, and so on and so forth. I kind of decided to not necessarily follow the block structure that I have. Obviously, I had the 14 weeks pre-planned, and now it's pretty irrelevant. I don't really have to follow that anymore. So what I've did is I've polished my program. I've kept all the things that I liked about the program, everything that was moving forward, and changed a few things. I really basically updated it to continue running it, and the goal here is to really push what you're watching now, the volume squat and deadlift. I want to see how far I can push that before the belt and the knee sleeve come back on. So I am going to continue pretty much raw without the knee sleeve, without the belt, whatnot, and see how far I can take it. I have, however, decided to incorporate some singles competition style for all free lifts to really get familiar with those alongside throughout the 5 days, and just in case a competition shows up, I'll be ready for it. So I'm really excited about that. The additional things that I've decided to do is I'm gonna have the exact same amount of volume for both upper and lower in terms of reps. So I've reset my program based on that. It will still be 2 main movements and 2 assistance movements for each session. So it's gonna be a lot of benching and a lot of rows. I'm actually gonna do yeah, a lot of volume. So I'm really happy with how the structure is looking. I've been working on it last night. I'm gonna finalize it tonight. Probably update it on Excel or write it fresh on a piece of paper. I think that'll be best. Sorry. Basically, also I will try to keep the RP more in check, probably between 8 to 9. Ideally, not push it above a 9, although I have a hard time controlling myself. Don't we all? With RP, it's really hard. But I want to keep it in control. Probably 8 to 9 would be ideal. I also forgot to mention, because I haven't been using them, but I've decided to start using them, probably especially for assistance. My gym has bought micro plates for micro loading or minimal increment. So instead of the minimum increment being 2.5 as usual, now I can increase by 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So those will be the increments. I can increase by kilos instead of 2.5 now. So it would take me 5 weeks of increments to get to 5 as opposed to 2 weeks. So I'm really happy about that. I think I'll be using that to my advantage. That's pretty much a resume of how it's gonna look like, what I'm deciding to do. Obviously next week when I post my first week of the new program, you can call it, which will pretty much be a mix of the Bulgarian method, Candida linear program, and just kind of my testing of high volume. So I haven't decided what I'm going to call it yet, but I'll probably figure out some fancy name just to make it look fun for myself or whatnot. So that's pretty much it. Really happy with this week. I feel like I was able to push it to the max on all assistants. The bench was starting to be a bit tricky, so I'm interested to see how it's going to be in the next few weeks with the different variations, but the lower I still have a lot of the tech, so I'm really excited to see where I can take it. I will write down my program and then see how long I continue to do so. And in terms of peaking based on the new program, because I'll have the single involved, I'll probably just do Monday openers. Yeah, I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'll probably do, second attempts on Monday, openers on Wednesday, kind of like deload-ish, 60-70 on the Wednesday, and then midday will be on the weekend. So I'll figure out the peaking for that, but that's pretty much it for the program. So to kind of give you a brief overview of how I took it. How far I took it. I think every single lift, both main and assistants, were increased by 10 to 30 kilos across the board for all of them. So I'm really happy about that. That's something I always look at. I know it might be a bit exaggerated to really focus on increasing my assistance, but I believe that if your assistance increase, then your main lifts will increase as well. In the same regards, I'm super happy to see that my variations focusing on my weak points have paid off a lot. I don't know what's happening, but my low bar squat and my deadlift volume are just they're skyrocketing. Nothing's stopping me. I'm just feeling awesome. I don't want to speak too soon. We'll see next week when I take 127.5, which is all-time PR. It's been all-time PR low bar squat raw anyway, and 150 deadlift 3 sets of 6, which is also Bella's all-time high definitely. And see how far I can take it. Maybe I can take it up to my belted best, which are 3 sets of 6 at 135 on the squat and 3 sets of 167.5 on the deadlift. So I'm not saying I will, but I'll try to take it as far as possible whilst keeping good form and just feeling good. So yeah, just really excited about what's to come for the future. So obviously gonna finalize my program, do the first week next week, post it on YouTube, discussing, kind of giving you an overview of what's happening, what I'm doing and whatnot. but really excited about obviously having a slightly different structure, keeping everything that I like, and also reintroducing some pauses, which would really be my weak point: deadlift, pause at the bottom, and then pause at the bottom of the bar squat. So I've always loved the Candido linear program, the results it gave me. So obviously mixing my two favorite programs that I've gone through, which are the Candido linear program, Bulgarian method, is bound to give me some results and especially keep me excited about training. I always love training, but you know, when you program for yourself and you structure it with movements that you enjoy, or at least even if are movements that you hate that make you progress, then it keeps things exciting. That is why I keep the front squats, because I really hate it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I'll call the program probably the BGC method, something like that, something fancy, I don't know, or BGCP, the Bulgarian Johnny Candido program, or something like that. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Gonna call it here. Let you enjoy this raw footage of these absolutely horrid, complex conventional. I think I'll miss them still, but they were really challenging. So I guess I'm excited to kind of have a new variation for the conventional. Uh, the new variation being, I think, some deficit. So that'll be interesting to see how far I can take that. So that's pretty much it. Again, you guys have a great Christmas, a great New Year's. I'll talk to you next week anyway, and kind of go more into depth on your program. See what I decide for the competition in January, and whenever my competition, other competitions will be. So yeah, that's pretty much it. See you guys later. Bye bye.
Let's start with the Jungle Book, Bogey and Baloo, then Deadpool, Zootropolis, the Revenant too.